I don't even know why I'm crying.
Seeing everything change out of my control has been quite difficult.
Hello. Does this foot? I don't even know why I'm crying. It's starting.
Your hormone is coming.
I didn't notice many pregnancy symptoms during my first trimester, but recently during my second, I've had a few interesting ones come along, like nosebleeds. That one really caught me off guard. I was in my bed one morning and suddenly my nose just started gushing blood. It went all over my white sheets. I was able to grab a Kleenex and it stopped at maybe after like a minute or something, but that was quite unexpected, and turns out because you have a lot of tiny blood vessels in your nose and your blood volume increases during pregnancy, this can cause them to burst and you'll have a nosebleed. Changes in hormones can also cause them, so they're actually quite common, although you don't really hear about them a lot. Swollen legs, I've been getting those, especially on days where I sit and edit for a long time and my feet are just kept in a similar place under my desk. At night, my legs are so swollen. Excuse me, I'm trying to show them something. My legs look quite swollen. Usually I have quite ugly, veiny, bony feet. Now they are very plump. Much nicer to look at, but a little bit swollen. Unexpected crying due to the body's increase in hormones. Yeah, that happened the other day. I started crying out of nowhere, all because I did my makeup for no reason.
I'm crying because I just did my full makeup and went all the way to Central to do what I had to do today, and I feel sick and I had to come back home and I don't know what I feel sick with. I just feel nauseous and tired and hungry at the same time.
The pregnancy hormone is coming.
I haven't been able to sleep good lately. I just can't get comfortable. But I tried to force it today and get ready and just keep going, but it's just not happening. I feel so off and I can't put my finger on what it is. My underwear feels too tight too. I need underwear. This is like the third time I've had to buy underwear.
Did you turn the air off for a while?
It's not, you always blame everything on the aircon.
It's not good for you. You need fresh air.
Oh, I need some coldness sometimes. I have so much to do today. I had a nap. I feel a bit better. I had some food. We just received a package from my best friend Alyssa in Canada and her husband Karam. Let me read the card. Or I don't know if she wants me to read the card, so I'll just say this part. She said that her son is waiting for his new best friend and can't wait to dream of a big house with just the two of them filled with cats and dogs. And that was a pact we made each other when we were little, that we would live together forever in a house filled with cats and dogs. And then on her wedding day I wrote in her card that she broke our pact, but it turned out to be okay. I just thought that was so cute. So she said she filled the box with things that we miss from our second home and things that will remind our future son of both of our cultures. Remind him where both sides of the family come from, she said. Aww, a little ramen. Ooh. Well, that's so good. It can collect all the drippings. I need one of these. Oh my god. Oh, so good. I love pickles right now. I love cucumbers and I love spice. Oh, Chinese building blocks. So cute.
Wow.
Oh.
Tomato soup. Very cute.
And this. I think it's
Don't tell me
Italian.
it's the sauce. Ding ding, the sauce. Our
Bolognese
favorite.
sauce. Oh, this is so good. Thank you, Alyssa and Karam. Oh, you just made my day. Cool.
Oh, the pickle is so strong.
Stinks so good. So crunchy. This is so thoughtful. I was having a really off day that day and I ended up crying a lot, sleeping, eating junk food, and
getting absolutely nothing done.
And then not only did I not get anything done at all, I also ate like complete crap. I had a tomato with mayo on toast this morning as usual. And then I had a bag of ketchup mini crisps. And then I had that bag of spicy dill pickle chips. And I had congee, which is basically rice with water and like a bit of chicken broth mainly. So I feel like I've given him no nutrients at all. But I did have my prenatal, so he got a little bit. I just like, it's just an off day. I don't feel like myself. And he's growing a lot. Getting used to the body changes was very hard at first for me. I haven't really talked about this, but I mentioned that I felt a bit frustrated when my clothes didn't fit. That happened really quickly, or I think it was just more bloat, but like my pants and stuff couldn't close. And I found that frustrating, and it's been a little bit difficult to tackle mentally as a model or a semi-retired, I guess I could call myself a retired model now, where I was used to being the same size all the time, and I would get punished by cutting my contracts or losing jobs if I gained 2 centimeters. Here in Asia, they measure you in centimeters and you are measured all the time. So I definitely got through that and like was very much more gracious towards my body when I slowed down or stopped with modeling. But seeing everything change out of my control has been quite difficult, and then I got used to it, and I actually really enjoy looking at my body and seeing what it's doing, and I've been wearing tighter clothes and showing off my curves, and I've been feeling great. But then some days I look at myself and I'm like, who is that? Who is that again? So today I just feel a bit off, both inward and outward. I'm lying here and looking down at my stomach. I've always had cellulite on the back of my legs, but now I'm noticing it more on the front and the sides. Yeah, it's just, these things are not a big deal. I love being pregnant. I love that I am pregnant. Just can't help but see things that would usually drive me crazy before, and now I'm just like, oh, okay, that's there. That's a new thing. I wonder what I'll discover tomorrow. I don't know. Also, I need to recognize my privilege that I was able to cancel things and just come home today. I know a lot of women have to go to work or have to do what they were scheduled to do and wouldn't be able to do what I did, so I'm very lucky for that. I can't imagine if I would have had to go to work feeling like that. Anyways, tomorrow will be another day. I will be more productive. Aww. Oh, you made it! Aww. So crazy. One of the perks of doing IVF is we have our son's photo from the cell all the way up until he's born. Thanks, babe. Good idea. Blackpink got replaced.
No more prepping.
Look at all the hydrangeas. I'm so happy that there's still some foliage here. Look at the hydrangeas.
It is a new day. I am feeling so much better. I made a little post on my Instagram stories telling you guys about what happened yesterday, and you're replying with some of your silly things that you cried about when you were pregnant, and it's making me laugh, and I feel so much better. You're sending so much love and tomato emojis, and I've turned them all into an omelet. 20 weeks body transformation update. So I am filming a body transformation. I love watching those videos. A lot of people do them in different ways. I've seen so many of them. Jen Im just did one sort of from a physical, mental, and emotional standpoint, which I really loved. I will link that one below. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this footage. Maybe it will just be for me. Maybe I will incorporate it into a video. Maybe I will have a standalone transformation video. I don't know, but I just want to document this thing because it is crazy what my body is doing. You can notice a little bit of a darker line here now. I don't know if you can can see it. I think it's called the linea nigra or something like that. And other than that, everything is just getting a little bit bigger.
God. You put the photos later.
Yeah, or even triple. I just received my very first maternity bras. Silver Lining sent them to me. They were so pretty, and they also sent me some really comfy pajamas and a robe. Oh, this is nice. So there's no wires, no padding. So I guess you just... Oh. Hello. Ah. I'm feeling like the time I got my very first bra. This is so cool. While my other pajamas that I just received are in the wash, I thought I would throw on these because it's about time. This is not actually pajamas, it's a bodysuit. These are my pajama pants that I wear every year. I am going to make a little snack and chill out for a bit, and then I have a meeting just over Zoom at 4:30. Nice to see you finally. Hello. They actually look quite different. It's interesting to see. We have been working on some new items for my shop tote. I think we're going to launch them after the baby is born because we are a very tiny team and there's just so much to do beforehand and a lot to handle once we do launch them, but we are working very hardly on it behind the scenes. I like the shape of this one better, but I like the material thickness of this one better. Tonight for dinner we are having one of our regular meals. I always put this one in rotation, veggie burgers. I'm using Impossible meat and sweet potato fries. They're baking in the oven. I will link the fry recipe below. I've already put it out here on YouTube, but I'm really craving a Big Mac. More the sauce. I don't want the burger patty, I don't want the bun, I don't want the condiments, but I just really want the sauce. And I checked online, it seems like it's makeable at home, so I'm gonna try and do that. I noticed that I often want snacks that remind me of home or my childhood. I just really miss home, and not that I can't get a Big Mac here, but I found a lot of comfort in cooking old recipes or receiving snacks from my family because I can't see them right now, so it just makes me feel a little connection to them. That's good. Alright, I'm about to do another pee test. Today is the 20-week structure scan, it's called. It's a very important appointment because they check all the physical things with the baby, so count all the fingers, all the toes, make sure everything is good and developing well. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm always a little bit nervous. I feel like you're always worried as a mother from the moment you conceive, from the moment you test positive. And that doesn't stop after you give birth. I will forever worry about my child. Yeah, I'm gonna pee on this now. Hopefully everything's good. I'll see you guys inside the appointment. Oh, see you. I can feel when he's moving as I see it. It's cool. I feel little flutters now. Does his foot?
Toe, 2, 3, 4,
5 toes, yay.
5.
It's really in detail. They can even see inside the organs. This is his heart. So we were told to go on a 10-minute walk because we need him to turn so that we can check the spine. That's the final thing, but everything looks good so far. After we went back, he ended up turning, so we were able to complete the scan. The whole thing takes quite a while, like around an hour or even more if the baby isn't cooperating. But everything was good. He's healthy, everything's on track. So with this good news, we decided to celebrate with lunch at a little French restaurant. We just came for our celebratory lunch. We're at La Petite Maison. We found it because we watched Susie Wong's YouTube video on it and it looks really good. Definitely happy to be here because they just put these tomatoes on the table with some lemon and a knife, so you're supposed to slice them, and then you can put olive oil, lemon, salt, pepper, whatever you want in it.
It's so funny, the taxi and cars are behind beside us.
Feels like I'm one of those outdoor chefs on YouTube.
Yep. Looks so juicy.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, it's so, I can hear the crisp.
Their ingredients are so fresh. Tomatoes are so sweet, so good.
Good morning. It is Monday. I'm heading back to the gym after a week off. I didn't work out at all last week because I just wasn't feeling it. But I'm ready to get back into it. It's a gorgeous day. Suddenly got hungry, so I stopped for a quick soup. Back home, ready to make the pasta. I ended up going with some pappardelle. They're really thick noodle ones. So the difference between fresh and dried pasta in general, there are exceptions, is fresh pasta is usually made with eggs and flour, and dried pasta usually doesn't contain eggs, although sometimes it will. This one you have to keep in the fridge. It has a much shorter lifespan, and it's a little bit like softer. It goes really good with cream-based sauces, but you don't have to put it with cream-based sauces. Whereas the dried goes really well with heavier sauces and meatier sauces. And yeah, those are the main two differences. But of course, any pasta is good, any kind with any sauce. It's gonna be delicious, you can't go wrong. I have been told that bolognese sauce becomes even better when you add a little bit of milk to it. And I talked about this on my Instagram stories, and I've been getting DMs from Italians. Like every DM starts off, I'm Italian, and some people say, yes, this is the secret, this is the key ingredient. And some people say, no, you should never add any milk or cream or anything like that. You're ruining the sauce. It goes either way. So then I've been trying to dig and do more research. I was like, so then who's right? Because I've seen a mixture of the two. And apparently the official recipe in Bologna says you should add milk, but then a lot of different people say yes or no. It seems to depend on the region of Italy that you're from and how your ancestors made it. Like some nonos will add the cream, some will not. So it just seems like every family is different. I kind of want to try the cream, and I hope some of you don't mind that. Not cream, milk. Hope some of you don't mind that, because I'm curious to see what it tastes like. I've tried the regular one. Oh, this is difficult. I'm not gonna add it. I'm not gonna touch this one. I'll make it again myself and add the milk maybe. This is perfection. The smell takes me back to Toronto, to that little restaurant. I bought a frozen garlic bread, and I'm gonna just pop that in the oven. And that was my week of emotional ups and downs.
body changes, checking in on the baby, and a lot of comfort foods. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this vlog. I will see you very soon with the next episode. It's gonna be the Halloween one, and you bet I am taking full advantage of this bump and creating some cheesy pregnancy costumes, which you probably have already seen if you're following me on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. But yeah, see you very soon with that. Bye!